Welcome back to the Magpie Beauty USA YouTube channel. Today we're going to go over how to do an overlay application with the Perfect Poly Acrygel system. Before we jump into application, I'm going to go over a few important things about Perfect Poly. Perfect Poly Acrygel is a hybrid product between acrylic and gel. This means it's strong like acrylic but still flexible like gel. You can use it for overlays or extensions over tips or forms. Perfect Poly also self-levels really well, so there's not a lot of filing to do, but when you do file it, it's very easy to file. You can use even a 240 or a 180 grit. One of the best parts about it is that it doesn't have an odor like acrylic usually does. It's also HEMA-free, so it's safe to use on clients with sensitivities. There are 5 colors to choose from that come in pots, and you can see those colors over on the right. With Perfect Poly, you do want to apply a base coat before applying the Acrygel to the nail. You can choose from our 2 base coats, Rubber Up or Get a Grip. Rubber Up does have a little bit of HEMA, while Get a Grip is HEMA-free if you need to keep the service completely HEMA-free. You will also want to use the Perfect Poly liquid to move the product around, and after application, cure the product for 2 minutes. Let's go over everything you're going to need to do a Perfect Poly application. You need either the Rubber Up or Get a Grip base coat, the Perfect Poly liquid, the Perfect Poly Acrygel, a dappen dish for the liquid, and you can choose between either one of our dual-ended brushes. Both brushes have one side with a brush and one side with a spatula. Both are available in black or the rainbow handle, and you can choose the brush size that works best for you. Okay, now let's get into the application. Start with a prepped nail, and you can use the optional primer if your client needs it. Our primer is more like an extra dehydrator, so if your client is oily, you will want to use this on them. Now starting in with our base coat, I'm using Get a Grip. We want to really scrub that into the nail plate. Make sure you're really pushing the base coat into the nail for maximum adhesion. After your base coat is applied to all 5 nails, cure it for 60 seconds in the Magpie lamp. Now let's dispense some of the Perfect Poly liquid into our dappen dish. You only need a very small amount because you don't want to flood the nail with too much liquid. I'm going to be using the Perfect Poly 2 brush, and you want to push the liquid into your brush. This also helps get any air bubbles out of your bristles. Wipe your brush on the edge of the dish to get out any excess liquid. Your brush should be fully wet but not dripping. Using the spatula end of my brush, I'm scooping up just a little bit of Acrygel. We are going to apply the overlay in 2 layers as this would be a new application. We don't want to add too much product at one time to allow the layers to fully cure and to not create a heat spike on the nail. The easiest way to apply the Acrygel to the nail is make sure the spatula makes contact with the nail plate and then rotate the spatula to wipe the product off. With liquid in your brush, begin patting and pulling the product similar to how you would apply acrylic. Use the belly of your brush to pat, pull, and move the product, and the tip of your brush to get around the cuticle and sidewalls. Continue moving your product all the way down the nail, and if needed, wipe any excess off with your brush. Add a little bit more liquid into your brush to smooth the surface of the Acrygel and then cure for 2 minutes. Take a closer look at it down the barrel and from the side. The thickness is pretty good, but we still need to add an apex with the second layer. With my spatula, I'm going to grab another bead of the Acrygel and apply it the same way we did the first, making sure the spatula stays in contact with the nail until the bead has been rolled off. Saturate your brush with the liquid and wipe off the excess on the side. With our second bead, our primary focus is going to be getting close to the cuticle and keeping the apex. To get the product close to the cuticle, angle your brush instead of laying it flat and press down on the product to melt it around the cuticle area. Continue pressing the product around the cuticle area and sidewalls until it blends seamlessly. If the Acrygel starts sticking to your brush, you can add a little extra liquid to help it smooth. When working the Acrygel down the nail, avoid pulling product from the apex area. This will help prevent from making the nail flat and keep the apex shape. Continue patting and pulling the product down to the free edge. Once everything is applied, grab a little extra liquid to smooth the surface of the nail. Once it's smooth, cure the nail for 2 minutes in the Magpie lamp. With the second layer complete, let's take a look down the barrel and the side of the nail. You can see there is a nice apex, but there's still a little refining to do. Remove the inhibition layer with Prep and Dehydrate and a wipe. I'm using the Magpie Mini Zebra files that have dual grits. This side is 180 and this other side is 240. I'm going to use the 180 grit side to file the free edge and refine the surface of the nail. After refining, remove all the dust and wipe with Prep and Dehydrate. We're now ready for color application or just top coat. Because I use Perfect Poly Pink Fizz and it has a little bit of shimmer in it, I'm just going to go straight in with top coat. Cure the top coat for 1 minute, and now let's take one final look down the barrel and the side profile. We have a credit card thickness, a strong apex, and a smooth surface. Perfect Poly is a great way to give the nail acrylic-like strength and flexibility like gel, all without the odor. Thank you for watching our Acrygel overlay tutorial. We hope you found some valuable tips and tricks to help you with your application. You can find everything we used today at magpiebeautyusa.com or the Magpie Beauty USA app. If you found this helpful, we'd love if you liked our video and subscribed to our channel to see more videos like this.